How's everybody doing today? My name is Jordan, otherwise known as J Fries. I'd like to thank you all for coming out and watching my latest installment of Tapped in a Closet, where I pretty much just play whatever Magic decks I feel like playing. So let's see what we got in store for us today. So, a big change has happened in the historic format, where Teferi Time Raveler and Wilderness Reclamation were both banned, and they were two of the biggest decks in the format. They're the key pieces to the biggest decks in the format. So I thought, why not try out another one of the biggest decks and go with some good classic Gruul aggro. Now, Gruul is the colors of red and green. And let me go ahead and go through the deck here real quick for you all. Down here at the bottom end, we have Llanowar Elves, a 1/1 for 1, taps for a green. Pelt Collector, a 1/1 for 1, that whenever a bigger creature comes into the battlefield or dies, it gets a +1/+1 counter. We have Robber of the Rich, a 2/2 for 2 with reach and haste. Whenever it attacks, if you have less cards in your hand than your opponent, you get to exile the top card of your opponent's deck, and you can play it. Domri's Ambush. Red and a green for sorcery, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. It then deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker you don't control. Gallia of the Endless Dance, a 2/2 for 2 with haste. And whenever you attack with 3 other creatures, you can discard a card at random. If you do, draw 2 cards. Zhur-Taa Goblin, a 2/2 for 2 with Riot. Riot is either, when it comes into play, you can either give it a +1/+1 counter or give it haste. Bonecrusher Giant, a 4/3 for 3. For 2 mana, you can cast the instant side of it, which is Stomp, which just deal 2 damage. And then for the 3 mana, you can go ahead and play the 4/3 Giant. If it becomes the target of a spell, it deals 2 damage to the spell's controller. Gruul Spellbreaker is a 3/3 for 3 with Riot and Trample. And as long as it's your turn, you and Gruul Spellbreaker have hexproof. Then we have Question Beast at the top. It's just a word soup of abilities. Vigilance, Death Touch, Haste, can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. It can't be prevented, or you can't prevent combat damage. And if you deal damage to your opponent, you also get to deal that much damage to a planeswalker. And then at the very top, Embercleave. This is a 6 mana enchantment artifact. Sorry, it's not an enchantment. This is a 6 mana artifact. But it costs 1 less for each attacking creature. So you get 4 attacking creatures. This is 2 mana. You go and put it on the battlefield at instant speed because it has flash. You can equip it to a creature when it enters the battlefield because that's one of its abilities. And the equipped creature gets +1/+1, has double strike and trample. So really nice with Questing Beast because it gives it that first strike damage. So you can first strike, Death Touch, kill whatever he's blocking, and then deal the excess damage to your opponent's face. But it's good on any of these other guys as well. Just your basic land package. Now over here on the sideboard, I have 2 Grafdigger's Cage. This is mainly for sacrifice decks and goblins. Lava Coil. Unchained Berserker for control matchups. Goblin Ruinblaster for any of the decks where lands matter. And Thrashing Brontodon, just a good way to destroy an artifact or an enchantment. Now, my sideboard is from pre-banning, so I might have to do a little bit of updating later on. But that's pretty much the deck. Let's try some games and see if we can smash some faces. So like I said, I'd like to thank y'all for coming out. If y'all haven't yet, go check out my other social media sites. I'm on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, JFries26 on all 3 of them. Like, subscribe, comment, do all that good stuff. Alright, here we go. I will be on the play. This would be a beautiful hand if I had a land. Let's go ahead and mulligan that out. Well, I got a land, but a bunch of 2-drops. Oh, my first game isn't going so well, is it? Looks like it's going to be another mulligan after my opponent decides what they're going to do. Any second now, opponent. Taking their time. It's a tough mulligan they got over there. Alright. Alright, go ahead and keep this one. Got a good 2, 3, 4. probably go ahead and put the Bonecrusher back. Yeah, then we'll keep it like this. The Bonecrusher might have been good if I'm playing up against a creature deck. Like this one right here. Ugh, another questing beast is not what you want to see. So it looks like we might be up against the mirror. Maybe it would have been right to bottom the Spellbreaker and to have kept the Giant. Yeah, that probably would have been the best choice. Yeah, this one's not going to turn out too well for us. No block. This is not a deck that likes to be on defense, but my opponent is getting out to a better start than what I did. So that's about all that I got. Alright, what else you got, opponent? They're thinking again. Just me screams that they have an Embercleave. Yep, alright, that's game. I can't come back from that. Alright, so in a mirror match, I definitely want the Thrashing Brontodons to oppose the Embercleaves. Probably going to take out probably the Goblins for that. Let's say try this out. Yeah, I got a little unlucky. Game 1 going up against the mirror match and had to mulligan down to 5 cards. Well, opponent's just taking their time with this one. I'll be able to play again. If I draw lands, this is real nice. Let's try it. I have Elves, Pelt Collector, so I'll still have a couple of turn 1 plays if I don't draw that other land. Oh, my opponent mulligan down to 5 in this one. Alright. And I didn't hit that second land yet. The whole thing is I don't have red. Stomp my elves. That's what I would do. Oh, okay. Yeah. That ain't good. There's another land, but I can't cast anything yet. I'm gonna put down Thrashing Brontodon. At least this way I have a little bit of defense going on. What you doing, opponent? Yeah, that's gonna be game. It was a risky keep, didn't pay off. Alright. Well, now we got that one out of the way. Let's go ahead on to a winning streak. See how it goes. That's a little bit of the opposite problem, but I think I'll keep it. There we go. Okay. So black, red. Pull the land away from my opponent. Okay. Oh, come on. Now I got the opposite problem. Alright, so let's put a +1/+1 counter on the Robin Rich. And go ahead and kill the Mire Titan. Pulled another land for my opponent. Quickly running out of gas here. But you know what? If I was gonna pull something, that'd be the perfect card to pull. cast Embercleave for 4 since I have 2 creatures attacking. Use my Robber the Rich, first strike, double strike and trample. So it's able to kill it, the Mire Triton, before the Death Touch on the Mire Triton can come back and kill my guy. Alright. So let's see, my opponent is playing a combo deck with Storm Herald. So there's definitely a Grafdigger's Cage. And maybe Thrashing Brontodon? I'm not too for sure about that one. Honestly, it looks like the goblins are the thing to cut again. Let's try that. See how that works out for us. And so pretty much, it's a my opponent's deck is playing a self-mill deck where they're just constantly throwing cards in their own graveyard. They'll then play Storm Herald, who's a 3/2 with haste. And Storm Herald says, whenever it comes into play, you get to pull as many enchantments from your graveyard as you want and attach them to creatures that are in play. So you just load your graveyard up with a bunch of enchantments, wait for your opponent to be tapped out, play it, the Herald, get a bunch of enchantments, ones that give you like +7/+7, trample, draws cards, all kinds of things, and bring them on to play. And this one's not bad. I guess I'll keep it. Just got turn 1, turn 2, and then turn 3 on either of these guys. But anyway, they can come out and make a 30/30 trampling haster out of nowhere. Stomp that guy. Oh, come on. It's going to give it the haste and do some beatdowns. My opponent has a Storm Herald. They can make a big guy, but they don't have anything in there to give their dude evasion. Attack with Spellbreaker as well. You know, extra 2 damage there. Maybe it's wrong. Maybe I should just attack with the Beast and the Elves. Another Super Supplier. There's the Setessan Training. That's the card that gives them trample. And what does this do? Alright, that will get their creature back to them. Okay, just on top of their library. So I still have another turn. Matter of fact, attack. The giant here. And if they Witch's Cottage to put their Storm Herald on top of their deck, I can just play Robber the Rich and take it from them. Okay. That's fine. Gallia. Why not? Gonna play Farmer the Rich. Knock my opponent down. See if they can top deck a Storm Herald. No, they cannot. Alright, well, quick game one, quick match one, and a quick match two. Let's keep rolling. Alright. I'm curious to see how the Goblin matchup is. I do have the Grafdigger's Cage to kind of stop those shenanigans from going on, but it's still going to be a tough match. I think it's a keep. No one drop, but I have 2 good 2s, a couple good 3s, and a good 4 drop. Field of the Dead. Ooh, Hector Golos. Very nice. I'll put a Spellbreaker with haste. I'm just trying to beat them down as fast as possible. And I got an Ulamog. That's 2 very nice cards that I do not want my opponent to have. I'm going to play a Questing Beast. Swing in for a crap ton of damage. And then my opponent can't do anything. They're dead next turn. Oh, they're dead this turn. Alright. So, against these guys. Ruinblasters. And I think Golos lets you cast the cards. So, Grafdigger's Cage isn't going to do anything against them. So, maybe get rid of the Bonecrusher Giants. Let's do a split like that. Bring in my 3 Goblin Ruinblasters to take care of their fields. So, Field of the Dead is a deck all based around the land card, Field of the Dead. It states that if you have 7 different... There we go. Put back the Goblin. Should put back Embercleave. I'm gonna put back Embercleave. States if you have 7, or when a land comes into play, if you have 7 different lands, it's a good choice to put back Embercleave. When Field of the Dead is in play, if you play a land and you have 7 lands with different names, you get to make a 2/2 zombie. Yeah, I'll put it back on top. So it just gets out a bunch of lands, gets out 2-3 different Fields of the Dead, and then just every land drop you're making 2, 3, 4 zombies. And it gets to be very overwhelming. 4, yeah. So I'll play this. Robber again. Attack. If I can get another untapped land, I go ahead and Ruinblaster to take out their Field of the Dead. is not an untapped land. So go ahead and give this guy haste. See what opponent's gonna do here. Gruul Spiral. Yep. See, now they have 7 different named cards. They're filled with the dead. Every land drop is going to make them another zombie. I need to get another land very quickly. This one is running away from me very quickly. Yeah, that's gonna be a game. I think I like the way I boarded. I could put in Thrashing Brontodon to take out Golos. Let's do that. 2 Thrashing Brontodons for the last 2 Bonecrushers. See how that works out for us. See what my opponent, Strong Sad, over here is going to end up doing. Alright. So maybe I should have put that, the robber on the bottom instead of putting it on top of my deck. Sure. Let's try this. There we go. Do I play my turn 1 elves? Turn 2 Thrashing Brontodon. And next turn, Embercleave the Brontodon. One, 2, 3, 4, 8, 10, 11. Okay. Quick as that. Alright, I'll play a couple more games, see if we can hit the next stage. Alright. So the store format's kind of up in the air right now. Like I said, the 2 of the biggest decks was just Bant Ramp and Temur Reclamation, and Teferi from the Bant deck and Reclamation from the Temur Reclamation deck are both banned now. So yeah, I'll keep that. The other tried and true deck in the format, Goblins and Gruul Aggro, I was assuming it would see a lot of play, but I'm seeing a lot of different things right now. Let's see what my opponent's doing here. Mono blue card draw. Attack. Play this. See if I can tag him here. Most likely he's going to protect it and fizzle my Bonecrusher. I'm going to make him waste as much mana as possible. Alright. Doing some stomping with Beast. Okay. Go ahead and attack all out. Do they have any flashy threats that they can deploy to kill something? Maybe bounce my questing beast. It looks like they're gonna do. That's fine. As far as the damage race is going, I'm still even with my opponent. Although they are drawing a lot more cards than what I'm drawing though. Counter my questing beast here. No. Or maybe they're just playing the cutthroat first. Yeah, that's what they're doing. Alright, no attacks. This is quickly getting out of my control. All these lands aren't helping. Yeah, that's gonna be a game. I can't come back from that. My opponent's threats are all up in the air. Alright. Bring in some Lava Coils. So we're gonna take out. What are we gonna take out? Gallias or the goblins? Let's take out the goblins. Leaving as much removal as I can against this type of deck. Alright, got a 1, 2, and a 3. Looks good. Well, it might help me play lands first. I'm not going to attack in because I feel like my opponent has a Spectral Sailor. Spectral Sailor is a little... Yep, there it is. A 1/1 with flash and flying. Let's stomp it while I have the chance. Get up my Bonecrusher here. Now it does. Alright, you gonna bounce my Pelt Collector then? Is that what's gonna happen? Yeah. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Another Terramander. Let's start off with this. Let's start off with a Lava Coil. Try to kill their Terramander. Got her. That's fine. So now I'm going to Domri's Ambush. I do take 2 from this, but clears out their Terramander. Allow me to get through for some extra damage. And then this turn, I could just go 1, 2, 3. I think I will. Alright, that's fine. I'm going to Spellbreaker now. Alright, now my opponent's looking down lethal. So I don't think I want to change anything. Yeah, I like all the removal I have in there. If I can just take out their threats, then the deck really can't do a whole lot. The whole deck is based around having something in play. Alright, let's see how we do. No 1-drop. We do have double Gallia. Other than that, it's an okay hand. 1 removal spell, though. I think I'll keep this. I think that might have been the wrong choice. I think I should have mulliganed at least once. It's already a mulligan because we only have 1 Gallia. Let's see if I can get a counter spell from him here. Okay. Very nice. Number 2. Ugh, and that's probably one of the worst draws I could have. Alright, what do you have now, opponent? Another blind one cut throat. Good for me. So I could play another Robber the Rich. I guess just trying to race my opponent. You have a lot of little guys, but they're not really doing a whole lot. I'm attacking for the same amount of damage as they are. Go ahead attack first. I will decline to put it on top. Alright. So now, it's Domri's ambush, target my robber, and then probably the cutthroat. See if they sacrifice one of their storm tamers. Ooh, another one. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'm gonna decline that as well. That's probably gonna be game. Yeah. Alright. Well, that's what that deck does. It just gets you on the off foot and just keeps you there. Alright, I'll play another match or two and call it a night. I'm really interested to see where Historic is going to go. So I'm getting more and more into the Historic format and out of Standard. Yeah, that's a mulligan. That's better. These mountains back. Whenever it attacks, each opponent loses a life. That's okay, because I'll just play my Pelt Collector. That's just true. There's a battlefield, you draw a card and lose life. Alright, so this is mono black something. Can I get the +1/+1 kind of thing? This devotion. That's a lot of little vampires you got there. See what my opponent does here. No blocks, huh? So you just take 12 damage. Well, see if my opponent can kill me this turn. They cannot, apparently. Alright, so I really don't know what they're doing. So I think I'm just hitting submit. I guess all I've seen from my opponent were some little vampires, life draw, or life loss, and card draw. Interesting. I have seen a really interesting black, green, white mid-range deck that plays Veto. Veto says whenever you gain life, your opponent loses that much life, and then for 5 mana, he can give all your creatures lifelink. Sure. Alright, Knight of the Ebon Legion. Through another land. Okay. What do they take here? Probably just a goblin. Really? They took the Embercleave and I immediately drew another. I'm gonna give him a haste. I'm not gonna be blocking with the guy anytime soon. Because my opponent has a 2/3 with Death Touch and Lifelink. So what I'm going to do here. So now their Knight of the Ebon Legion is just a 1/2 for 1, but for 3 mana you give it +3/+3 and it gains Death Touch. Chose not to attack because the Gifted Aetherborn can't block the Questing Beast. I'm actually going to choose not to attack as well. That's fine. That is still okay. Ah, that's not okay though. Okay. Rankle's probably going to win them the game now. So, just mono black stuff? I don't know what my opponent's doing here. Yeah, that's gonna be game. I can't come back from that. Alright, so with that being the case, I bring in some Lava Coils, take out some Bonecrusher Giants. And try it like that. I feel like this deck needs some Scavenging Oozes in here somewhere. Alright, 2... I'll try it again, I guess. See how this one goes. We're a turn late. Let's get Robber the Rich going. Huh, okay. Interesting. Go ahead, opponent. Take my Embercleave. attack with Robber the Rich. Ooh. That'll be very nice for next turn. As long as he doesn't kill my Robber. No, don't kill the Robber. Well, okay. It's fine, I guess. Let's go to beating down.
I drink only the
Target creature you control.
Lord, I have sired many warriors.
Okay. Good check, or good draw. Everybody's going straight for my opponent. Wipe my opponent's board. They do have a Planeswalker, but
I bestow a mighty curse.
another Questing Beast. Wait, that is my opponent dead. Well, alright, I think I'm gonna go ahead and stop right there. As you can see, the deck is still pretty good. Pull this back up here. As far as main board, I don't think I really changed too much on it. I know on the sideboard, I definitely want some Scavenging Oozes, maybe another Grafdigger's Cage. I didn't see any goblins, but I think they gotta be out there somewhere. But yeah, maybe some instant speed removal. The sorcery speed, all my removal besides the Bonecrusher Giant is sorcerer speed, so maybe taking out the Lava Coils and adding in something else. Instant speed, Lightning Strike at the very least, if nothing else. Kind of see how that goes. Thrashing Brontodon is okay, but now that Wilderness Reclamation is banned, I think that could probably be replaced as something better. Maybe that becomes the Scavenging Ooze. But yeah, all in all, it's still a pretty nice deck. So, I'll go ahead and switch back over here. Yeah, there we go. That's Gruul Aggro in the historic format. So, once again, I'd like to thank you all for coming out. Hope you had a good time. Hope you all was able to learn a little something. And go ahead and give me a like, subscribe, comment, hit the bell so you know when my next video is coming out. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.